play fake, and it's Lock. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
His game last week reminded me of the old song.
Check out. 380. 56. Rip right, rip right.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off of play action, Lock. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Lock. He's got his tight end, Fant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A third down gain of 19. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall, 2nd tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the 2nd Iowa tight end taken in the draft, his teammate T.J. Hockenson, 8th overall. He was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine, and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. This is Royce Freeman, 2nd-year man from Oregon. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Luck. This is the tight end Fant. Numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lock. That went into the hands of Hamilton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because If he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So instead of giving...
Yeah, baby. Check out. 380. Coming to you. Coming to you.
Here's Lindsey. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Luck on first down. Open man, here's Hamilton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Lott, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Lindsey. Runs through the contact. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now it's Lindsey, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. It's a give to Freeman running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And
Get down. 565. Bring it. Bring it. Sponge. Sponge. Sponge.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Hatch it. Hatch it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. And this one complete to Smith. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, Luck. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Luck now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Luck. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they brought the lead into this third quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Riddick with a carry. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Love. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Love got a man open. It's Sutton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Theo Riddick there, but it's going to be 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Love. Completes it to Fant on the right side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Denver. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Denver. He'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Knight, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chiefs to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now.
Check out. 1, 6, 3. Watch the slant.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. He finds Riddick, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
53 to Mike. 53, check. 53.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck, complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. Luck now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Check out. Line 40. Check 53's Mike. You just won.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now it's Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
Check out. Line 674. Here we go. Check.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Back to throw. A little check down to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Looking sideline, incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Chiefs, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games.
A trip back to how it all started.
Menu narration option is set to off.
Mike. Here we go. No.
The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Nowhere.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Shift.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here I come again.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard. Good enough for a Packer first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On the jet sweep, here's Grant. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Rodgers now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 40. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 44, Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Come on, fellas. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. Terrell Suggs in on.
Move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
the Packer first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Williams. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. This offense finding its legs now. 1st half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Rodgers to throw. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Could we get a touchdown in this 1st half after all? It's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And again, it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Big hit.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They begin the drive with Williams.
You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go, let's go.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And some room to maneuver. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. It's complete to Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem for me. 258. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
On 1st down, Williams. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Packers on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. We're back now in KC. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Again, it's Williams. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now this throw caught left side. And all the way down to the 26. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. They'll run on first down. Williams. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
We got this.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively. Back to throw, Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers so cool in these situations, but he's got to get his guys moving.
Yeah, they have to be able to have that urgency while still keeping their cool.
So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So for Kansas City, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a chance to see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings as they do battle with the reigning MVP, of the National Football League, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Cousins on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Towards the end zone for Brown. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. And they start the drive with Cook. Nifty move. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 21 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Cousins now. For a gain of 5.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And he's able to find Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Cousins gives way to Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down.
Check 53. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On 1st and 10, Cousins looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Cousins. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw, Cousins. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in. End zone for a touchback. First down, here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Let's go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up at their own 41-yard line. How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all time.
And when someone's having a season that fantastic,
Wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
So here are the Chiefs. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9. Cousins going deep for Diggs. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Right there, 56. Come on, dude.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Cousins to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Cousins pass complete to number.
Check 53. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their role and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a run with Cook. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On the ground, it's Cook. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Now Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. To the air again, it's Cousins. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Cousins pass complete to number 3.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Chiefs, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.